Hello, we are back for another episode of Manny Monday, right? What? I explained a lot on the past three videos, and I think like by now, there's no need of explanation, right? I'm gonna keep it like a sentence or two. Manny Mondays is just a time for me to just talk about things that I found profound within the week, things that caught my eye, or just some quotables, right? So today I have my list and we're gonna get right into it. So, first thing is something tells you the value of something in your house. No, someone tells you the value of something in your house. The second thing is shiny object syndrome. Third thing is traveling with the idea, experience in mind, and then the fourth thing is things that terrify me. If we have time, right? I'm gonna go backwards this time around because like I feel like the first one I may spend a lot more time talking on it, but let me just breeze through like the other ones, right? So number three, traveling with the idea of experience in mind. So every time I made a trip, when I think about my most recent memories, so no, first off, ask my professor. I was like, hey, what do you do when you plan for an activity or you plan for a trip and you wanted to go somewhere? How do you usually plan? And he says that he shapes these trips around an experience. And when I think about when I went to Detroit, I wanted to visit Mount Spaghetti. When I visited Metropolis or Kentucky, I visited that place with the intention of going to the Superman Museum. So when you travel, I know like there's a thousand reasons why you can go to some place, but if you just link it to one experience, the trip will manifest itself, right? And I want to apply that same framework as I go to St. Louis. I want to have the idea of like, hey, I want to do this one thing, and then from there, the trip will progress. Yes, the trip will progress. Second order business, shiny object syndrome. So it's basically saying like, ooh, no motherfucker got that. I'm on it too. Manny got a jarrito. I want a jarrito. Manny got a Xbox controller. I want an Xbox controller. Manny got his nails painted dark blue. I want to paint my nails dark blue. Type shit. Manny got the Rhea Ripley. Shout out to Ken. He gave me this. I want the Rhea Ripley. You know, just seeing it because another person got it. You know, you want it. I don't know why it's remind me of Franklin Cole. He's like, just because you don't like the way I gotta make a talk. That has no relation to anything that I'm saying at all. But I had to quote Franklin. It was at the top of my head. But yeah, you just seeing the way somebody else maneuvers and do things. Just like it seems very advantageous and very. It was like, damn, like I want to be doing that. We're not doing enough, and we have to be able to catch ourselves when we do that, right? And I know that's easier said than done because I'll tell you a story about mine. It's like with me or like the job that I have currently, a lot of people are going back to school and doing their schooling, and it puts a lot of pressure or peer pressure on me, or like they're going back and doing their schooling, or they're doing 2 to 3 jobs. It's like, damn, Manny, what the fuck are you doing? Like you got all this time, you should be doing more, right? And but one, you shouldn't compete with anyone, and two, even if you want to invest in yourself, you don't necessarily have to do the same thing, that same exact fucking thing, right? So just because somebody else is going back to school, somebody else is drinking this, somebody else is doing that, doesn't mean you have to do the same thing. There's more than one way to invest in ourselves, but we have to invest in ourselves because you can't just sit on your fucking thumbs all day. I mean, you can. Don't recommend it. You know, your hand may fall asleep on it and you get a stranger. Like, you don't do that, right? So ways that I invested in myself because I saw other people doing their own thing, I wanted to do my own thing. So I started taking language. You know, I currently take Spanish classes, but then I also go to the gym, and that was a way of self investment, independent of other people, not giving into that shiny object syndrome. But if you ever look it up, look into it. Let me. I would like to know your interpretation of shiny object syndrome because it is open to interpretation, right? The first thing that I have on my list is someone tells you the value of something in your house, right? So currently in my house, I know the value of the things and the items that I have within it, right? that shot in the background, that's a Batman cow that has value. My Harito, at least to me, it has value. And we need to know the value that things have within our house, because if we don't, people will either gonna tell us or diminish the value, right? So let's say you have like a yard sale. I'm selling all these various items, and I'm selling my Rhea Ripley. I don't know why this is the focal point of it, but I'm selling my Rhea Ripley, and I'm like, hey, they're like, got a Rhea Ripley, a Funko Pop? You know, it's not in the box. I'll give you $2 for it. I'm like, nah, fuck that. This is Rhea fucking Ripley. I know the value of Rhea Ripley. At least the Funko Pop is worth like $50 or whatever. Like, no, give me 50, give me my money or leave, right? So you gotta be able to apply that same framework to you and your life, and you as a person, as an individual. You have to know the value that you bring to the table, to know, and in knowing your value, you don't subjugate yourself to like bullshit, right? So if I know my worth as a man, I know that I don't have to deal with people that put me down, right? That cheat on me, that try to uh, work against me or put me down in any way, right? Because I know my value and what I bring to the table. Ugh, I hate that phrase, bring to the table. I don't mean in that context. I mean the context of like knowing my self worth and value as a man, right? So that's what I have at that point. In bonus, drum roll. Wait, bonus is things that scare me, right? Rapid fire. Maybe an explanation, may not. One, biblically accurate angels. Just Google that and just have a field day. Especially one in particular, or no, two in particular. The throne and the seraphims. I was looking at those. Woo! You know, I know when angels, when they usually appear, they be like, "Fear not." I see why they say that. When you Google, I'm not even gonna give you a link or nothing. Just Google seraphim and throne angels, and you gonna see why they say fear not when they pull up. Just What else? Just random things. I'm pretty. It's not spiders, not centipedes. Um, Damn, I can't remember off the top of my head right now. Uh, Maybe next time. Maybe next time I'll remember, and we'll go from there. If not, it will be a separate video. No promises, but it does have the potential for a second video outside of the regular schedule Manny Mondays. But with that, I am done. Take care. Have a great weekend. If it's not your weekend, it's a Monday for you. Have a great week, right? WrestleMania is this week. I'm very excited for it. I look forward to it. Drop down below how you're doing. I would like to know if you have any comments, or what do you think of shiny object syndrome. Also, like, share, and subscribe. Haritos are on me.